Hey, how's it going? Spy here with another Scrap Mechanic Apocalypse map update video. Now I haven't made too much progress in terms of Scrap Mechanic this week. Hopefully I get my schedule figured out a little more. In the last video we actually checked out the military base that I built, and we also got this little outpost here. So I made a little bit more progress in terms of the military base. Some of you were requesting a few things, and I actually made them. So we're gonna head over to the military base. I gotta make sure that I open this first. That would have sucked if I got in the truck and totally forgot to open that. But here we go. Hop in here and let's go. Alright, so in terms of Sky City, I have not made too much progress yet. I've just been improving the structure a little bit, trying to figure out what I want to do for the final product, and I think I'm actually going to stay with how I actually made the platform at the moment. It works pretty good. All I have to do is stabilize it a little more so that we can land vehicles on it. Now for the other platforms, we don't really need to do that. Anyways, here is the military base. As you can see, it has gotten quite a bit bigger. So if we head out of the vehicle here, you will see that there is a whole nother extension to the military base on this side here. It looks awesome actually. The only thing is there is no guard towers on this side. And you guys will see why. On the inside there's something kind of blocking it. I might still make one there, or I might make some on the inside, like in the middle a little bit. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that quite yet. But anyways, we're gonna head into the military base. We're gonna open up the door right here. The door should open. I also stabilized this a little more, and it's a little more smooth than it used to be. So this is also considered a separate creation from the military base because the doors were kind of causing some frame drops. But anyways, we're gonna hop back in our truck here, drive it into the military base. Let's drive in. Now the main part of the base hasn't really changed much, except over here, we actually have a little headquarters, a little office building here. So we're just gonna pull the truck up a little more, right about here. We're gonna need this truck in a bit, you guys will see why. All right, hop out. Close the door, and over here, this is like a little office building or the command center of the military base, I guess. I'm not sure what to really call it, but up there we also have some antennas and stuff like that for communications. We have our military flag here. I've kind of designed like a little insignia for the military. Like I said, I don't know if they're bad or not, so we got like this black and gray and red looking insignia on there. It looks a little scary actually. Okay, so we're gonna head into the building here, and up here we'll have like a little lobby area. Nothing too major. It's pretty small considering it is a military base. It's actually a pretty small military base. But in here we got like a little receptionist desk for the desk worker. That job kind of sucks, but yeah, there we go. He kind of just greets people who come in, reroute them to wherever they need to go. And then over here, what we have is actually the base commander's office here. I don't know the actual ranks, but I guess the base commander, base leader, whatever. It's the apocalypse. I don't know how their ranking works, or even real ranking, but this is the office for the high-ranking official. We got like a backboard there for like notes and such, maybe some awards. We got some cabinets and some shelving and stuff like that, more cabinets. And the desk with his chair. I was gonna add a computer here, but since it's the apocalypse, we didn't really need that. He just does his like paperwork or whatever. All right, that's the high-ranking official's office. Pretty simple. So over here, we have the communications room. I'm not sure if this usually goes in this building or not, but this is the communications room. I'm not sure how these data boards and stuff really looked, so I kind of just came up with something. It looks all right. We got some buttons here. Nothing too advanced. Yeah, looks kind of old. And then it routes up to the roof, and that's where the antennas actually are. And then of course we got the fuse box. And then back here, what we have is we actually have the briefing room. This is where the military briefing happens and plans for like attacks and war and stuff like that. So up here we have like a giant monitor. I'm not sure if it works or not, but it's there. And then on the table, we actually have a really weird looking map. So this here is the military base. This is the raiders base. Of course, they know where they are. These, I guess, are like the civilian trading posts are. And this, I haven't gotten to this quite yet. It's a dead zone of some type. Then we got some chairs, of course. And that's pretty much it for this building. These doors work, but they're a little finicky, as you guys can see. You gotta smash them closed. There we go. And same with this one. I don't know why they do that. It's kind of weird. Alright, so we're gonna head over to the growing area here where our greenhouses are. And you guys probably noticed the wall that was here is actually gone. And that's because it was kind of blocking the aesthetics of the greenhouses. Now, I think it fits pretty good now, doesn't it? I think so. But over here, what we have now is we actually have some shelves underneath the catwalk. Fits pretty well. But there we go. And then over here, this is the expansion area of the military base. This is new. I'm going to be adding some stuff here and there, but I think the military base is coming to an end pretty soon. If you guys have any suggestions for any types of buildings at all, please let me know. I might have to make like a little cafeteria or a dining area for the soldiers. That might be added like over here actually, like in between these, right here, just right here. I don't know. But over here, what we actually have is we have the garage. This is the place where vehicles get repaired and they get inspected and stuff like that. Maybe there's some side projects to build new vehicles. But anyways, we're gonna pull our truck into there. These trucks are the only ones that really fit inside the garage. I didn't want to build something too big, but here we go. Okay, oh. So this just fits into the garage. We're gonna drive in over this little oil bay here, and there we go. Hop out, and we are good. Now the garage inside is pretty empty. I wasn't sure what to really add except some like shelving, some toolboxes. We got a toolbox there and other shelving. We could add some parts and stuff like that to these shelves. We got tires here, we got boxes, but that's pretty much it. And above, we also have one of the mechanic cranes. I don't know what these are called exactly, but they slide on that rail there. Usually they also have another direction, but this one is only linear. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the shop. We got a door here as well. But over here, what we have is we have a helipad. Now, some of you sent me in some helicopters, and they're awesome and all, but some of them didn't really fit the theme, and some of them were way too big for the military base. Some of them were like literally half the size of this expansion area. So what I did is I took the plane from this Sky City and I actually redesigned it. I made it into a apocalyptic looking transport plane thing. It has these propellers here. It's still a VTOL based kind of, I guess. Not really. But as some of you may know, I am a huge Fallout series fan. And I was trying to go for a look of like the vertebrate mixed with my own take on it. But anyways, we're going to take this thing for a little test flight around the Wasteland. So we're going to hop in. Pretty much the same controls as the Moth, but it is actually a little more stable. The landing gear is a little better too. So you guys might actually see this plane in the Sky City because I don't know if the apocalyptic world is connected with the Sky City or not. But we got the same plane, just modified and stuff like that. But maybe you guys will see it up there doing some trading or something. But anyways, here we go. We're going to take this for a little flight test. Start up the thrusters, and here we go. But look at this thing. This thing is awesome. I like it a lot more than the actual Moth. I don't know why. It's a lot more easy to fly than the Moth itself. We also have these little propellers on the front. I don't know if it would work in real life or not, but in the sense of it being scrap mechanic, it works. And my own story, I guess. So we're just gonna do a little flyby and stuff like that. Now, I'm trying to think of some other themes to add to the Wasteland. So I might add some like shops around this little road stretch here. Maybe add like a little grocery store here. Maybe a little garage. Some stuff like that. I'm not quite sure. We're not gonna be going directly into building giant cities and stuff like that. We're gonna stick to like small town based buildings and such. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the plane here. We're going to take this back to base and we're going to try to land it on the helipad. Alright, so here we are. We're coming up close to the military base. We're going to try to get a straight path. And then we're going to come in for a landing. So this landing is a little difficult because the walls are so close to the landing pad. But since this thing is pretty easy to just stay hovering, it's pretty easy to get right over the wall like this. And then we just land. Pretty easy. That was a rough landing though. But there we go, guys. So there we go. If you guys have a name for this plane, please let me know. I'm still working on it. But anyways, that's it for the plane. And I'm not sure what else to really add to the military base. But at the moment, that's pretty much it for the base itself. I might show some updates here and there in later videos. But if you guys do have any suggestions at all, please let me know. And that's pretty much it, so thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and remember, stay sweet. Bye!